Hi, once again welcome back to obstetrics and gynecology videos. Today we are going to see about the vaginal examination. In obstetrics and gynecology, we used to perform vaginal examination during the antenatal period, during the labor process, and sometimes even if the mother is or if the woman is not in the antenatal or not in the labor period also, for some investigations we used to perform the vaginal examination. And now we are going to see about the pervaginal examination during the antenatal period. The purposes of vaginal examination during the antenatal period include to diagnose the pregnancy, to assess the size of the uterus, and to exclude the cervical pathology. The preliminaries include we should advise the mother to empty the bladder, and we can keep the patient either in lithotomy position or in dorsal recumbent position, and we are supposed to maintain surgical asepsis. Strict surgical asepsis should be maintained, and we should do the toileting of the vulva. That is, we are supposed to do the surgical hand washing. We should put sterile gloves, and after maintaining this, you are supposed to keep the lady in the lithotomy position, and after keeping the lithotomy or in the dorsal recumbent position, we should clean the area first. The vulva we should clean by using disinfectant solution, and after cleaning the buoyant solution, you are supposed to separate the labia majora and minora, and you are supposed to pour it into the that orifice also, so that passage and side-lying areas will get cleansed, and you should drape the area by using a sterile sheet. After cleaning the area, first we should perform the inspection. You should see for the vaginal discharge. You should see the amount, color, and you should see whether any bad odor is there or not. In the vaginal discharge, you should see these things. And next, you should see for the signs of cystocele, rectocele, and uterine prolapse. That is, if the bladder is getting herniated into the vagina, that is cystocele, and if the rectum is getting, it is rectocele, and if the uterus is entering into the vagina, that is downward movement of the uterus, that is known as the uterine prolapse. So you should see for this. Two types of vaginal examinations are there. Bimanual examination is there, and speculum examination is also there. Bimanual examination means we will just introduce two fingers into the vagina and we will palpate and feel for the parts. And in the speculum examination, we will just insert a speculum, most probably Sims double-bladed vaginal speculum. Otherwise, self-retaining speculums are also available. We will insert any of these two things, and we will visualize the area and we will observe for the changes. And if you want to perform the D&C or some other procedures also, under this visualization you can insert the instruments and you can do the procedure. First we can see about the speculum examination. Usually we are using Sims double-bladed vaginal speculum, and even self-retaining vaginal speculums are also available. We can use any of these things, and you should see for the presence of discharges. You should observe the cervix and vagina, and if you want to take a cervical smear or vaginal smear, that can be taken under the visualization by using this speculum. Next is bimanual examination. Introduce two fingers into the vagina while separating the labia with the left hand. And first you just feel the cervix, and not for the consistency, direction, and pathology of the cervix. See the consistency of the cervix, direction of the cervix, and see whether any growth or any pathology, any other lesions, anything is there or not. And next is the uterus. You just see for the size, shape, position, and consistency of the uterus. And during the antenatal period, we are not supposed to take an effort to assess the pelvic capacity, especially in the early pregnancy, because if you are trying to assess the pelvic capacity, it may stimulate the uterine contractions and it may end up with the abortion. So that you should not try during the pregnancy. Next is bimanual examination or vaginal examination during the labor. Here also you should perform the sterile hand washing, surgical hand washing. Then you should put on gloves. We are supposed to perform the vulval toileting, pour the disinfectant solution over the vulva by separating the labia. Introduce two fingers into the vagina, and remember that we should not perform repeated vaginal examinations. because if you are performing repeated vaginal examinations, we may introduce infection into the uterus or into the genital organs. So repeated vaginal examination should be avoided. And first we should see the degree of dilatation of the cervix, whether the cervix is dilated. If it is dilated, how much is dilated? You should assess the effacement of the cervix, that is length of the cervix. Effacement means it is the taking up of the cervix, that is length of the cervix will become, the cervix will get thinned up and it will not be having that length. That process is the effacement. So you should feel for the length of the cervix. And you should see the status of the membrane, fetal membranes, whether the amnion and chorion, whether it is ruptured or not, that you should see. And you should see the presenting part and position, and you should assess whether the caput formation is there and molding is there or not. If it is there, you should assess the degree of molding. And station of the head also can be assessed in relation to the ischial spine. If the presenting part, or if the, for example, assume the head is the presenting part, if the presenting part is at the level of the ischial spine, the station is 0. And if the presenting part is above the ischial spine, the station will be considered as minus. And if it is below the ischial spine, it is considered as plus. And if it is 1 centimeter above the ischial spine, the station is -1. Again 1 centimeter means -2, -3, -4, -5, like that it will go when it is moving upward. And if it is coming downward, if it is 1 centimeter below the ischial spine, the station is +1. 2 centimeter below the ischial spine, the station is +2, +3, like that it will come down. Now we are going to see the indications of vaginal examination during the process of labor. First, we should do it at the time of onset of labor. So at the time of onset of labor, mainly we are doing it to assess the capacity of the pelvis. So diameters of the pelvis we can assess during this process or during this time. And next is in order to assess the progress of the labor. That is for assessing the dilatation of the cervix, effacement of the cervix, descent of the baby, how much the baby has come down. All those things we are assessing for assessing the progress of the labor. And the vaginal examinations should be restricted in 3 to 4 hours for assessing the progress of the labor. Otherwise, if you are performing repeated vaginal examination, already I told you there is a chance for infection. And after the rupture of the membrane, immediately after the rupture of the membrane, you are supposed to do the vaginal examination. That's to exclude the cord prolapse and to assess the color of the amniotic fluid. Sometimes when the membranes are getting ruptured, the umbilical cord also may come out of the uterus. That is known as the cord prolapse, and it will be lying outside or inside the vagina, or sometimes it may come even to the outside of the body also. So that you should see first. Then you should observe the characteristics of the amniotic fluid, color of the amniotic fluid. And next, in order to diagnose the beginning of the second stage, that is second stage of labor means it is after the full dilatation of the cervix and it ends up with the delivery of the baby. So if you're doing the vaginal examination, you can see whether the cervix is fully dilated, that is 10 centimeter dilated. If it is 10 centimeter dilated, we can make sure that the second process of labor has started. So you should make arrangements for receiving the baby. Such things we are supposed to do. So that's all about the main aspects of vaginal examination. So thank you for watching this video. Soon we will be meeting with a new video. Bye.